everybody, welcome back to Timber and Sage. It's been a while since we've been on the farm, so let's get you guys caught up with what we have missed. If I bring up the HUD here, you can see we're into July now. Last we spoke was May 2nd, we're up to July 1st, so it's been a while. The canola is looking fantastic. The barley is looking just as good. I'll save you guys the trip from jumping over there. And if we head into the main building here, or the main garage, main barn, you'll see there are a few things missing and something that doesn't belong. So, the big cultivator that we had sitting here, she gone. We picked up a roller, because I'm tired of every crop I have saying, needs rolling. So, we're just going to deal with that. Picked this guy up used. It was cheap, it was like $9,000, so didn't think too much about it. Picked it up. It's in immaculate condition. So got a great steal there. Still have the 3650, but the 8650. Oh, as I clipped through a shelf there. The 8650, you'll notice, is not sitting here. It has been taken down to the auction yard. Now, the auction is going today. It starts at 10, so we've got a little bit that we need to wait. We did also have, if you look where my aim marker is, down in that building there, the old cattle shack, you remember I had that train of 3 gravity wagons. Those have all been yarded out and sold. I got about $8,000 to $9,000 a piece for those, so that was quite nice. And the drag harrows that we had, if we scoot over here, that we had sitting in this shed have also been yarded out and taken to auction. So the cultivator was a private sale. That one's gone, so I've already got the cash for that. However, I do have the 8650 and the drag harrows at the auction right now. I do have a reserve on both, so if they don't go, I get them back. So we're not totally out and screwed. But when we head down there, which will be in just a few moments here, you'll see what I got my eye on. So I think it's going to be a great upgrade for us. The 8650 was starting to really show its age and really throw just a strong temperament against the turbo upgrades that the previous owner had done on it. So what I ended up experiencing was I was having difficulty trying to keep it in gear. So the gearbox was kicking out under high load. The coolant was just mysteriously disappearing from the reservoir, so I don't know if it was a cracked head, a head gasket, or maybe a crack in the block. I don't know. We're just going to cut our losses and walk away from that thing as quick as we can, because we also had to do a hydraulic pump repair on it. So big money, big time, big downtime on that. And she's tuned up way beyond where it was ever designed to be. So with its age, it's, time to move on from that. Now, this little guy here at the end of the shop, he's also started to throw a couple of little kinks and wrenches into me here. I get the John Deere tech out here. He comes, checks it over. He can't find anything. It's running hot, like hot, constantly. But we can't keep the power down. So I'm tempted to bring this down as well. Now, the fun thing is, just general black book, this little guy here is almost worth as much as that 8650. So, again, tempted, very tempted. I would love a 6M or a 6R to replace this. I think that would be just excellent, but those guys are like 200,000, this guy's like 50. So, it's a big financial swap. And of course, I'd love a 9-heart to replace the 86, or even, an 8R would be plenty. But, yeah. Enough waffling. We'll get this unhooked. I'll meet you guys down at the auction a little closer to 10. Alright, we are the first ones in. Also, I should make note the bank balance has gone up because I've been picking up some pretty wicked contracts in the last bit. But as we walk down Tractor Row here, I kind of have my eyes on this guy, 6R 230. If the game would actually load graphics, God, I hate that glitch. He would be a great replacement because it's about 250 horse, so that would be a good upgrade. Now I'd have to get a loader mount on that, but I can't see that being too much trouble. But this would be a little bit hard on the bank. Kubota M8 would also be a nice option, but once again, hard on the bank. 4400, I think in all fairness, I think I'm going to put a bid on both of these when they go, just to see if I get them, because like I got a $12,000 reserve on each of them, so I may as well. Here is my 8650. So I have a $55,000 reserve on this thing, so if it doesn't meet at least that much, then I get the tractor back. This is what I'm bidding on. Now, this 8960, they have a reserve bid of $75,000, so we'll see how she goes. It's 480 horse, which is a big step up from the 350 horse that we were pulling with. But if you take a look at it, I mean, like, it's got brand new tires. She's weighted all up, 34 tons, 480 horse. It's got the 3-point, it's got the PTO. So, like, as far as everything is concerned, like, that's my tractor. That's what I need. This is what I want. I would love a 9RX, but at $400,000+, I cannot even come close to imagining how I would afford that. And as we move down the line, we got an old Ford 11. What was that? 1150, 1156. Versatile 620, brand new Case 715. I mean, like, I can't imagine this thing would have more than 400 hours on it, and yet here it is sitting at auction. 9R 640. That would be an amazing tractor to have as well. That would be a dream. Hell to pull down the road because it's so wide, but it would be nice. We got a couple of gators here. So ultimately, I think I was through here the other day as they were setting up, doing their preview. This is tempting because I could do all the ditches around my place and get rid of all the weeds. So that would be nice. No reserve on it either, so I mean, like, whatever it goes for is what it goes for. So I might put a bid or two on that, and the gooseneck here as well. I think I might put a bid on that. What I do need is some tillage. So the summers I'm gonna put a bid on. We've got where is it here? These roll Macos. These would both be excellent. They're 6 meter, so it's a direct replacement for the one that I just sold, but they pull a little bit lighter. This is the drag tines that, or the drag arrow that I have. So that is mine. I don't have a reserve on that, so whatever that one goes for, it goes for. And this Dalbo over here. Now the nice thing is this has got a seeding unit. You could put radishes on there, so you can do a cover crop. So that might put a bid on that as well. But what I ultimately need the most is a combine. Now, these combines, none of them have the headers on them. The headers are all stored over here, so you do get a header when you buy the combine. I ain't touching the Gold Series, because that's just too Guido for me. But this Lexion, I'm going to put a bid on, and just for fun, I'm going to see if I can't get this 650. Now, I do not see us getting the 650. I would like to, but ultimately I think I'm going to push for the Lexion, because we're not a big farm yet. We don't need a big combine, but we do need a combine. So this Lexion, I'm going to push for the 8950 here, or 8960. I'm going to push for, and yeah, we'll see where we end up. So auction should be starting up here in a couple minutes. It'll go for a couple hours, and we'll see you guys at the finish line. Well, an insane amount of money later, I now own a bunch of new things. So I was talking about getting rid of the 3650. I am still considering that. I do, in the meantime, have something to replace it. As far as haying goes, I got the 4440 now. So this one was nice and cheap at 16K. So that one didn't come up too high off of its reserve. The 8650, I did end up getting 67 for that, so she gone. sad to see it go, glad to see it leave. The 8960, that's my tractor. I own that now. That went for 77,000. So it was only a 10K difference between the two. So as far as new tractors goes, I spent 26K. I have almost double the horsepower on that. And then on this guy, I have a brand new Toomey 4440. So if you guys know me, I love these old Iron Horse series tractors, the old Sound Guard cabs. Fantastic. Probably the best tractors John Deere ever made. Coming around the back here, we did not make the bet on the John Deere here. That one ended up going for 260. So that would have been out of my budget right off the bat, first off, but also, wow, that went for a lot. We did pick up the Lexion here for 120. What I wasn't expecting is how high the hours are. So she is houred out the wazoo, which is kind of scary, but at the same time, it's 120K. It gets me into a combine, and that pretty much sets me off here. So we're good. And then for funsies, I did bet on the Gator, or bid. I shouldn't say bet. Bid on the Gator. Got that guy for 14K. Got the trailer here for 10K. And got the Summers disc here for, let me check my notes here, 30K. So made off like a bandit on a couple of these things. Should also say the drag harrows, I got 4,200 for those. So not too bad. So didn't get entirely skunked on that. So quite happy with that. And because it is now past 5 o'clock, the auction house is closed. So they would leave their yard open, but today they're not leaving the yard open for pickups, so that'll all happen tomorrow. So I should expect to see equipment arriving into the yard sometime tomorrow. So we are also the last ones here. So yeah, we'll get the new equipment, new to me equipment in the yard tomorrow, and yeah, we'll get going with that. So I got bales I got to pick up tomorrow anyway, so we'll do that, and I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, that is the last of the equipment to come in from the auction today. So you see, we got the Gator on the deck. Those are both new to me. Same old truck that I had last time. New Lexion combine ready to go for harvest. Summers disc. Big ass tractor, and a nice little 4440. So, I think I made out like a bandit there. And the shop is ready to be filled again. Now, this 3650, he has an undetermined fate with me right now. So I've been making pretty good money on contracts. I do have, if you remember when we started this, I took out a $150,000 loan. I do already have half of that paid off. So we only have 75K left. So what I'm thinking is we sell this bad boy off and potentially lease a new tractor. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because if I get a new 6 Series, the loader and bucket are readily compatible with that. So I don't have to do any loader hunting or anything like that, or, you know, bracket fabrication, anything like that. Nothing. Just direct, clip in, plug and play, away we go. Or I guess pin in, whatever. And then the 3650 can go on to better pastures, to someone who has the time and patience to play with an overheating issue and just random codes. So we may do that by the end of the episode. I don't know if I want to go with another 200 horse tractor, 250 horse tractor, but we'll see. We'll see. Because we got the 4440. It'll do all my baling, all my mowing and raking. It'll do all of that just fine. So would a 6 Series. So I really bought a 4440 because I wanted it, and I really have no use for it. But it is what it is. The 8960 here, and again, sorry for my graphics. You guys probably won't notice with YouTube compression, but they just look like crap on all of the decals. I don't know what's ticking over on that in my settings, but it's driving me nuts. But anyway, new tractor, going to be a monster tillage machine. Nice new disc to go behind it. And that disc is rated for 300 horse. So with this tractor being 480, I mean, like, it's never even going to know that this disc is behind it. So it gives me an immense amount of room for expansion and upgrade in the future. And yeah, we're sitting pretty here. Sitting real nice. And if I remember right, I think I only have 10 bales that I got off this cut. It wasn't a real fantastic cut. Just ADD moment. If you are a map designer and you put crap like that in there that's just loud and obnoxious constantly, I hate you. Don't do that. But yeah, no, I'm gonna get everything squared away, put away. I'm gonna take these bales down, sell them, and I think that's pretty much gonna be it. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, I am out here in the middle of a field with the 8960 and the new Summers disc, and something in the tractor just completely let go. She just shut down. The dashboard is just a Christmas tree. I don't know what is going on with this thing. This is the second field I've tilled with it, and we got probably just shy of halfway through it, and yeah, she's no-go dead in the water. So I'm gonna give John Deere a call, see if I can't get one of their techs out here quick to see if we can't spark this thing back up. Well, we think we've got it figured out. So the tech's been rolling through this, and fuel pressure was a little bit suspect, so we started looking at the fuel system, and it turns out we have located a air leak into one of the fuel lines. So the fuel pump has starved itself of diesel and cannot keep the system primed. So probably got away with that on this, but for now he's just doing the rest of the checks on it and should be good in probably 20 minutes, he says. So we'll wait for the further diagnosis and hope she's good, because I still got a couple acres left to do. So walking around here, you can see the new disc. It's doing a mighty fine job of chopping and mixing. Oh, and yeah, one of the other things, when it stopped, I mean, it stopped. Like it just conked right out. Gave me a couple little sputters for about a half a second, enough for me to go, oh no, what kind of lemon did I buy? And then that was it. So I didn't even get time to pick this thing up out of the ground. So we're yeah, we're just dead right here. So we're hopefully gonna have some good news here shortly, I hope. And here we go. One $700 field call later, we should be back in business. We've had it started and running a few times. Everything seems to check good. We can't find any more indications of any other leaks in the system. So fingers crossed. I mean, she starts right up, so that's a good sign. Get her picked back up on GPS. Get her rolling again. Yep, I don't think we're gonna have any more issues, I hope. Seems to be running strong. So we'll pick this back up when we're done this field, and we'll be right back. And there we have it. Contract complete. The entire field has been plowed, or cultivated, I should say. But due to Farm Sim being Farm Sim, I did not get to actually finish this last pass because the contract was complete, so I no longer had access to the field. Kinda poopy, Giants. Kinda poopy. But, you know what? We did it. We did the job. So, let's go get paid. come down to contracts, active, Walter, collect. There we go. Just a touch over 10 grand. Now we get to walk this thing all the way back home. She ain't fast. And this was not the most pleasant drive, but I got a call from the dealership, and one of the salesmen there wants to make a deal. So we're gonna run this back home. We're gonna go pick up that little 3650, and then we're gonna drive all the way back to the dealership again. So we'll see you when we have all of that completed. All right, so that deal is done. So you notice the money did go up a fair chunk. Now, that is because we sold the 3650. So if we walk up to it, you can see the people already checking it out. You see it is now owned by dealership. Fantastic. This is owned by me. Owned by my farm. Now you can see we're financing it, so that's why the money didn't go down huge. So you can see I still owe $224 on this monthly payment of $18,750. We're gonna have to keep doing lots of contracts in order to keep this thing and make it pay for itself, but it's only financed on a 12-month term. So by July of next year, she'll be paid off. So I don't have to stress about it for too long. So we did take a little higher interest rate at 5% just to get away from paying it off in 6 months, which is kind of unfeasible. But saves us on the 2-year with the 10%. So this is ours, this is mine. And we got her fully loaded out. So you can see we got the Gen 5, we got the Gen 4, and we have the panorama sunroof with the Starfire built in. So let's get this thing home. Oh god, you can barely hear it running. Oh, this is going to be so nice for long days, especially with the sunroof. Like, I just got sunroof on my real life pickup truck, full load, and man, it is so nice. I had to spring for it in game too. Anyway, we're gonna run over some NPCs because they are no brain characters, and we're gonna go home. I'm just itching to find something to use this thing on. But I guess the first thing we'll do is road trip. Let's see how many scratches I can put alongside my hood here. This thing has 0 hours on it. There we go. So the loader does in fact fit. Should be able to lift the tires a little bit. We can. So I do have an appropriate size loader for this thing already, so I don't have to muck around with trying to find something to make it work. So we are 100% good to go on the tractor front. So at least I have something that's brand new with warranty. And it's, was it 230 horse or something like that? I think this is putting out, so a good step up from the 3650. So we'll just call this one the 6R, and this will be my haying and mowing tractor. We do have the 8960 sitting out front. So I got this guy all parked up here ready to be washed and ready to be put away for a little bit, because we won't need him for probably another month or two for harvest. Or I suppose until after harvest, because I don't think I need much of a trailer or much of a tractor to pull my grain auger wagon, grain trailer. Wow, hard to say. But yeah, that little guy over there, I don't think he's going to be too hard to pull, so I think the 6R can do that comfortably. And we're only just tipping into the pit here, so nothing crazy. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it for us for this episode. Let's get this cracked open and let's get washing this thing off. And yeah, we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a like down in the bottom, and got any comments, obviously, let me know. We'll see you next time.